Hello. Hi guys, my name is Kaalia, and today in this video I have a new concept, a new idea that I've been thinking about since the past few months, and now that I have found out a decent amount of information on how to go about and do it and prepare myself mentally on that I am supposed to be doing it, I have finally decided I'm going to say it out publicly, share it out with all of you guys so you guys can support me and I can also be accountable to myself that now that I've told everybody, I have to do it no matter what. So without any further ado, let's get started. Now what is this concept I'm going to be sharing with all of you? It's not original, kuch naya nahi hai. A lot of people outside, a lot of people are doing it in a way, and I am inspired by a few people who are doing it, so I'm going to apply it in my life. It's something new that I am going to try out. So what is it? Now just imagine, I'm going to take the two people that popped up in my head first, Steve Jobs and MS Dhoni. Two people, both of them from different kind of worlds. Let's just take them as successful people whom you look up to become like one day. Steve Jobs and MS Dhoni. For example, when Steve Jobs went on the stage, there are so many amazing speeches that Steve Jobs has delivered. And even MS Dhoni, there was this movie made on MS Dhoni. Now that we look back at their lives and listen to all the things they had to say out to the world and the message they wanted to give out, that they learned from their life experience, which can be persistence is what you need. You need to, get back up, don't let failures come in your way. It's not always easy, life is gonna hit you in the face, but you have to stand up again. You need to be creative. Don't, get fixed into a dogma of life ki cheez aisi hoti hai to aise hi hogi. You can question life, you can challenge your life, you can live the life you really want to live. So this is all the kind of things. When we really look at their movies made onto them or hear the speeches they have to say, we genuinely feel that what they're saying is 100% amazing. But यार they got lucky यार, उसके लिए आसान है बोलना, शायद किया हो ना किया हो किसे पता, right? They got lucky, easy for them. This is what we believe, and this is not just me saying it. I have discussed this concept with a lot of people, and this is the common feedback I got from all of them कि यार easy हो जाता है उनके लिए बोलना, हमको खाली सुन के अपने लाइफ में अप्लाई करना इतना easy नहीं है, because दिल से हम मानते ही नहीं उस बात को. So क्या होता है कि जब हम उस बात को दिल से नहीं मानते, when we don't accept it 100%, हमको लगता है खाली वो बोल रहे हैं. Because we haven't seen them. See, human psychology है कि if I don't see something, it's not there. अगर मैंने कुछ देखा नहीं तो वो नहीं होगा. This is the reason why a lot of people don't believe in things. The common thing being God as a concept. So just because हमने देखा नहीं, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि उनके life में experiences नहीं हुए. And they very well want to inspire everybody. So now just imagine that Steve Jobs and MS Dhoni, when they started initially, they did not have the amount of technology we have today, right? उनके पास इतनी technology नहीं थी जितनी हमारे पास आज है. But just imagine, just सोचिए कि जब उन्होंने शुरू किया, when they began, they had the amount of technology we have right now. Just imagine that since the very first day, Steve Jobs had the idea that he wants to start a company that provides better technology to the people out there in the world. Or the day MS Dhoni decided that okay, I want to take cricket seriously and make a profession out of it and become a professional cricketer. Just imagine, since that very first day, they started documenting every single thing they did. Now what I mean by that is they either blogged it out or they video blogged it, which is called vlogging, right? Just imagine they did that every single week of their life, initially probably could have been a week, every week of their life, whatever they did, whatever they learned, they sat in front of a camera and they vlogged it out saying, yeah, this is where I went, this is what I did. Not necessarily the whole week they have to go out and work. They went, they practiced, they did their school work, they did their other things what they had to do. For Steve Jobs, it could be I worked on something like this, and this is what's been going on, this is what's been going in my head, this is what I learned from somebody, this is what I read from somewhere, and this is how I'm making my, this is how I'm mentally preparing myself, this is how I'm preparing myself for greatness, for glory. I heard this, I felt motivated today. Every single thing. So now what the new trend is coming on is, for example, people like Gary Vaynerchuk, who I look up to. amongst the other mentors that I have, that I personally look up to and want to become like them one day. And what Gary Vaynerchuk did is, from the very first day, what he started doing is started vlogging, right? So what he used to do initially, it was weekly, wasn't daily content. So what he used to do is set up a camera pod and have a camera, and he used to start talking to everybody ki, okay, this is what I do, this is what I think, I'm working, you know, I'm really working hard, this is what I do. So basically what I'm trying to say is, he vlogged his way to success. That every single week, initially was weekly, then it got daily. So what he did was, he used, whatever he did, he kept working. He would update everybody with what is going on in his life. And just imagine Steve Jobs and MS Dhoni, when they started off, they did the same thing. That every single week, initially, when they worked hard or they did something or they went to a practice, they learned something new, whatever it was, they shared it with everybody. If they read a book and they really liked it, really impacted them, they said it out to you, they share it with you. If you have any questions, you could directly ask them. Initially when they started, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have a very big fan base like they have now. But initially people will little by little start following them. They could connect with all of you all much better. Now when they go on the stage and they say all that, nobody can say yeah easy for him, कर लिया, lucky हो गया. No, they can say कि आप मेरे इंटरनेट YouTube पे जाइए, आप मेरे XYZ वेबसाइट पे जाइए, जहाँ मैंने ये पूरा डॉक्यूमेंट करके रखा हुआ है कि मैंने हर दिन मेहनत की, हर दिन प्रैक्टिस किया, मैंने हर दिन ये किया, मुझे भी टाइम मेहनत लगी. अगर ये होता तो इससे आपको क्या बेनिफिट होता? If this happened, what was in it for you? Number one, you would have seen someone, probably young because they were quite young who started. You would have seen someone really young start up and work really hard for their goals and dreams and work hard every single day. So number one, you learn that it takes time. You don't see persistence, you understand persistence. कि ये young लड़के भी कुछ कर रहे हैं अपने life में. Number one, आपको वो मालूम पड़ता है. Number two, you stop fooling yourself. Because many times this is what happens in our life कि हम खुद को बहुत उल्लू बनाते हैं. And this has happened with me personally too. So coming back to the point, you start fooling yourself. So when you see someone work hard enough to reach where you want to reach and work hard to attain a lifestyle that you want to attain one day, you stop fooling yourself कि मैं मेहनत कर रहा हूँ, मुझे success नहीं मिल रहा. Because अगर आप मेहनत करोगे सही दिशा में planning के साथ तो आपको success मिलनी ही है. If you make attempts and work hard in the right way, you are bound to get success. Number one, you understand persistence and a lot of other things firsthand through their experience as they are going through it. Number two, you stop fooling yourself and you realize कि it takes a lot of efforts and मेहनत लगती है. Number three, you would have seen them grow gradually. So it seems very real for you now. When, for example, I look at Gary Vaynerchuk, when I used to look at him and I'm like, oh my god, it's impossible. I don't have the amount of work as he has right now, so I can't document it every single day. I probably, don't have a lot of things to talk about and a lot of experience that he has. So I probably might not be able to, talk about as frequently and as powerfully as he does now. But then what I did was I tracked back on one of his most initial piece of contents, and then that is the time I could relate कि यार I am probably here, and now he's been doing it for years and years all together, so even I can do it. So number three was you see them grow gradually. So it seems real to you कि यार मैं कर सकता हूँ, ये कोई young बंदा कर रहा है तो मैं क्यों नहीं. तो यहाँ एक ऐसी चीज आती है जिसको मैं टर्म किया है, मैंने इसको बोला है constructive jealousy. कि you feel jealous कि यार ये young बंदा अगर कर सकता है, ये अचीव कर सकता है, ये सक्सेस पा सकता है, तो मैं क्यों नहीं कर सकता. तो constructive way में you follow him also, थोड़ा jealous भी है तो आप और मेहनत करते हो. Right. Fourth thing what you learn is आप उनके कंधे पे रख के अपनी बंदूक चला सकते हो. They can be a pillar for you, and this is big because now you have somebody to look up to and say कि he is doing with me, वो मेरे साथ काम कर रहा है. He is not there yet, but he is here on the path with me as a journey. You can follow him every single day. He is documenting, and it's not just कि वो खाली काम दिखा रहा है. अगर for example काम करते टाइम पे मान लो उन्होंने कहीं पार्टी गए या फ्रेंड्स को मिलने गए या कहीं और घूमने चले गए, तो वो भी डॉक्यूमेंट करें. तो you also get a sneak peek into their life कि यार how वो बंदा पर्सनल लाइफ से, तो आपको कनेक्ट भी होगा कि ठीक है मेरे जैसा एक आदमी है जो मेहनत कर रहा है, उसके भी स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑफ लिविंग मेरे जैसे या मुझसे थोड़े बेटर हैं. तो you can see them grow even in personal life little by little, wealth wise also, of course. So this is what you learn. Now what is in it for them to do that? Number one, they make the whole world accountable for their success. See, because simple सी बात है, माइंड प्रोग्रामिंग के भी अगर आप कई बार वर्कशॉप्स और सेमिनार्स में जाओगे, सो वो लोग वहां ये जरूर कहते हैं कि आपके जो भी गोल्स एंड ड्रीम्स है, डिक्लेयर इट आउट टू द वर्ल्ड. आप बता दीजिए पूरे वर्ल्ड को. से इट आउट लाउड, बिकॉज व्हेन यू से इट आउट लाउड एंड समबडी हियर्स इट, ही होल्ड्स यू अकाउंटेबल फॉर इट. कुछ नहीं तो मजाक उड़ाएगा, और खुद का मजाक उड़ाना किसी को नहीं पसंद, तो आप उस लिए एटलीस्ट मेहनत करोगे. Number two, they don't have to work hard to create content. They just documenting it. So now when they're working hard, now when they become successful, they can say, okay, every single day of my life, initially it was weekly, then it became daily. I've documented every single thing I did. It's not been easy for me too. So number two, it gets easier for them to inspire you and touch your life, and for you to follow what they did and duplicate what they did. Because see, I believe that अगर आपको दुनिया में कुछ भी सिखाना है लोगों को, या you want to get people involved into anything, you need to make sure any kind of business as well, it has to be duplicable, कि आपको देखे कोई दूसरा भी कर सके, वैसा होना चाहिए. Now these were only a few things that we would have benefited if what I discussed with you guys or what I shared with the concept happened. Now let's accept the ugly truth of life that it did not. Well, Steve Jobs did not, MS Dhoni did not, 99% of the people we all look up to today have not documented every single day of their life. Well, they have been whereabouts of how they became successful. Nothing like what we discussed right now. Now then you must be wondering that why the hell did you make this video if we all know it never happened? Now, before I tell you the main reason of why I recorded this video and I wanted to talk to you guys about all of this, I have a very small question. How do you know that the next business tycoon or the next sports sensation or the next social influencer who impacts people's life, inspires them and motivates them, or the next social media giant guru or the next internet sensation is the kid living next to you, or the young fellow playing really hard in your community ground, or the young fellow you're looking at right now? How do you determine that? Well, you cannot. None of us can. But once we become successful, everybody wants to attach from you and learn. Why not learn from everybody's hustle? Because everybody has a story to share. Everybody has a life they are living. Everybody has experiences they go through. Everybody has something to teach. Why don't we broaden our horizons? Why don't we learn from every single thing? Why don't we attach to the people? Why don't we support the people who are really working hard in their life? Because it's not really difficult to support someone who really is working hard. All you have to do is subscribe to their YouTube channel. All you have to do is have a single comment type there, okay, good job son. We spend so much time liking other pictures on Facebook and sharing funny things and all that kind of things, but what we really don't focus is how can we help a young fellow or some friend of yours who has started something in their lives and who's trying to do something in their life, how to support them. That's what you need. That is what you need to do, and this is what I'm here for. I am going to start documenting every single thing I do, because one day when I become successful, nobody can say I got lucky, and it's easier for me to inspire the coming generations to come. I'm going to share a lot of things that I learned. You're going to have a sneak peek in my life. All sorts of cool things are going to happen, but I need your support for it. All I ask you to do is subscribe to my channel, have a few friends of yours over to my channel, tell them that okay, there's this young guy who's dedicated and he badi baatein karta hai. He talks a lot of big things. Let's see if we can actually make it on. Be skeptical, but don't be negative. Constructive criticism is always appreciated everywhere, but then you need to make sure it's constructive, right? So this was what I wanted to talk about, and I really need your support to do this, because there's a lot of things I do not know on this journey that I'm about to embark. If I'm going to conduct seminars, training, that's going to go on. My business is going to go on. I'm going to update on my life until now, and I really need your support to do what I really want to do, and I hope to see y'all in the coming week. Every week I'm going to post one video. I'm going to update y'all with the rules I'm going to follow and the things I've decided to come. This was just a basic introductory video on the things I'm planning to do. I genuinely need your feedback over this and your support with this. If you are seeing this video, I invite you to my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, my Instagram account. I'd like to connect with all of y'all. Do come over there. If I'm trying to do something, if a picture I'm posting, please go ahead, like it, comment your thoughts over it. I'd really like you to know me as a friend, because I know why I'm going to be successful, and I need you to be there with me since the very first day of me becoming successful. I don't want you to be my followers or fans. I need you guys to be my friends who have seen me evolve from a 12-year-old kid who decided that he'll go out and talk to people to a 25-30-year-old fellow who has made it big in his life and people look up to him. That is what I want. That is what I dream about. All of us have one life to live. Let's make the most of it. So without any further ado, I will conclude this video vlog number 1, and I hope to see you all very, very, very soon. Thank you so much for sparing so much of your time and looking at this video. Thank you so much.